Tomorrow officially marks the last day of all the big news that NIO had planned for the last coming weeks. We talked about the earnings that they just announced, a couple days ago, where they just released their April delivery numbers, and tomorrow marks the last day, which is they're going to be talking about the expansion into Norway, which, a lot of us investors have been dying to hear because we need something to uplift our spirits because we are in the hole right now. A lot of us are hurting. A lot of us, have all these big cost basis, and everybody just wants some good news to really push us up, or negative news because people think that negative news is going to drive it up. So let's see if we can give you guys some negative news today. Probably not, but we'll try. So again, let's give us some razzle dazzle and hop into it. So NIO is set to announce Norway expansion, give all the details tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I don't know if that's Eastern time or if that's in their time or whatever time. It's just whatever was on their websites at 10 o'clock. And they're going to talk about deliveries in Norway, which are scheduled to start in September, according to the article that we were reading, which they reported that the articles that we've been reading, they reported that like 2 months ago that the deliveries were supposed to start in September, and they were right on the money with that. So
it's good to see that's not delayed at all.
Right. And it's good to see that there's reliable news. But they're going to start with their the first vehicle going over is the SUV, which is the ES8, which we all know is their flagship SUV. So that's good to see, them at least taking that big hunk of steel over there. That's what you want.
Yeah, and I think it's good to bring over your higher end vehicle first. It sets the stage for the quality of NIO, but also you make more money off of the more higher end cars as well. There's more profit there. So the ES8 was released back in December of 2019, and just a little information about the car. It has the 100 kilowatt hour battery pack, which has a range of 360 miles. So that's I think that's pretty good, especially for an SUV, kind of like a bigger SUV. And they say that the ET7 is going to arrive in Norway next year, which is the ET7 is going to start deliveries at the beginning of next year, so it'd be interesting to see exactly when next year that goes into Norway, because I think that's going to be a big game changer, because nothing competes with that right now.
Well, they said NIO said in the article that we were reading that the ET7 will be starting release in Q1 of 2022, and they said that they plan to ship that over to Norway sometime in 2022. Obviously, you would think so.
Yeah, it'd just be interesting to see when, in the year it goes over there.
Right.
Obviously, the earlier the better, but we'll just have to see what happens. Unnamed NIO sources say the company will enter other overseas markets in 2022, which, we kind of speculate that it's going to be probably the U.S., which, with how fast they were moving into Europe was kind of surprising. And then they already have a bunch of offices over here, or they have the one office over here, but they've been hiring a lot of people. They already sent cars over here. We've reported that a bunch of cars being shown or spotted in California. So yeah, we'll see possibly where else they plan on going next year. But I think that's huge news. But they already set up a social media, and already got a NIO Norway website already up and running for NIO. Yeah, which is good too.
I looked into that this morning, and I actually pulled it up for you guys. It's just kind of so you go to nio.com/NO, and it brings it up. It's all in Norwegian, so you got to convert it to whatever language you're interested in reading. But it's just kind of like an overview. It's almost like their website, the NIO's website, just smashed all into one. It talks about all their offices. It shows all their vehicles, and it's just anything about NIO Power, NIO Service, NIO House. It just gives you everything all in one spot, which is kind of nice. And I did read that when they expand into Norway, that they are going to, it's going to be, the article that we were reading said that they're going to have the coffee bar and the showroom. So it sounds a lot like a NIO House. So I'm kind of fingers crossed. That would be the best way to enter a market, is just bring that experience to the user, so they get that full user experience to understand, hey, this isn't just a car dealership. Hey, we're not just going to sell you a car. We're going to give you this family lifestyle of, hey, you bought our car, you're one of us now. It sounds like a cult. It sounds like a cult, which is not very good. But it looks really interesting. It'd be nice to see it. honestly, when they bring the first one to the States, it almost makes me want to like go to wherever it's at just to check it out.
Yeah.
Go check it out. Kind of hoping like when the Detroit Auto Show comes around, maybe they'll be like, yo, let's enter the Detroit Auto Show. I'm going to Detroit to check out the whatever car they bring. So
yeah, that would be awesome. But I think it's a really big deal to bring over like the whole experience. Because you might as well offer, show everyone what you offer, like the complete package. Because like you said, it kind of is like a whole lifestyle kind of thing, which people love. Like people love feeling special, pretty much. So if you have the NIO and you're like, oh, let's go to the NIO house, or you got all this other NIO stuff. We've said this many times before, but it's kind of like Apple. It doesn't matter what Apple makes; they could slap a logo on anything, and they have such the following that people will buy it. I mean, just like Tesla, he slaps whatever on anything, friggin' tequila bottle, and it sells out in no time. Right. Dogecoin to the moon, baby.
Yeah.
So
let's go. But yeah, if we look at the stock for today, we started off positive. We started recording this before market, and now it's like we started off really positive. Now we're pulling back. It was a really bad day yesterday. Really, red down. I think it was like 4 or 5%.
Yeah,
it was quite a bit. It hurt, but I'm kind of hoping, with us being down right now, this is kind of that 10 minutes, a half hour I give the market like a half hour to kind of settle down, maybe an hour. It's really volatile right at the beginning of the market. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down, and then it kind of corrects itself. So I'm kind of hoping that like we're going down. Now we're going to bounce off whatever, $38 and kind of just go to wherever. I'm really hoping for a green day today just because yesterday was such a bad red day. But I'm starting to get kind of concerned a little bit because I'm trying to be real with you guys. I'm starting to think that maybe we might start seeing, pushing back down towards that 35 mark because obviously it's a solid support line, but I'm kind of hoping we don't hit it. But we're kind of trending that direction. So I don't know if a quadruple bottom recovery is a thing, but it's what it's looking like. So I'm fingers crossed that we kind of go back to green. And it sucks, man. The whole market's just trash, and not a whole lot we can do. We're just giving you guys the news that we see and that gets reported. So we're just trying to bring you guys updates every single day on NIO. So if you guys want to keep up to date and all that stuff, hit that sub button. It's the best way to stay up to date, and it helps support the channel. And that's the best way to support the channel, honestly. Also, we got links down in the description for Webull. If you guys deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,800, which you can put into Dogecoin. So get those free stocks. Can you imagine getting an $1,800 stock, sell that B, and put it into Dogecoin or something crazy? So you can invest into crypto on that platform if you guys are interested in that. We also got links down there for merch and a link for the Patreon to get you into the Discord, get you access to our portfolio and the Discord portfolio. So if you guys are interested in that, all that information is down below. But again, thank you guys so much for all the support, and we'll see you guys in the next video.